Libya, Tunisia, what else they have over there? The Western Sahara and Egypt. As we forget how they populated there and drove us out to the sub-Saharan so-called Africa. But that's for next time, eh? But we can't sleep on these things. So in all our chanting, not our doing, because we ain't doing nothing. We just here slave. But with all our chanting and our debating and our lecturing and talking and ritualing, we can penetrate and running the Arabs out of Africa too. Yeah, we're wrong. Something wrong? Them people, I don't care what kind of local law they have now and modern day law and citizens of the country and all them stupidness. Emmanuel law is what stand every man and woman under their own vine and fig tree. And trust me, you know, make them go ahead play around. Make them go ahead play around. Because they can make disease and make viruses. And I'm telling y'all too, you know, it's not every virus them people make. I'm telling you. So even if they made this, viruses will come, plagues will come. This ain't no joke. Plagues will come. The earth will release plagues on these killers, made to kill them and them alone. You don't think it's possible? You wait and see. Look, when this drop out the corona, they were saying Africans were not, you know what I mean, Africans weren't getting it. And then all of a sudden, Africans just hit the news, and still, up to this day, Africans still have, you know, the least amount of cases. The whole of Africa, you know, the Africa that they do not consider a state or a country, but a continent. But yet still, when you check the stats of the continent, it's still beating out some of them countries as far as the amount of cases it has. And when I say beating out, you know, less cases there. But anyway, from Mr. Kennedy's Instagram. And this is not his exact words, but this is from different sources. Let me see this. It says here, it's a lot, eh? It's all kind of thing the man have here. From the Nation, from the National Files, and it goes on and on and on. Yeah. Okay, let me just read this here quickly. During Gates, come on computer. During Gates' 2002 Men Afri-Vac campaign in sub-Saharan Africa, Gates Gates operatives forcibly vaccinated thousands of African children against meningitis. Okay, let me read that again. You know how it is. During Gates' 2002 Men Afri-Vac campaign in sub-Saharan Africa, Gates operatives forcibly vaccinated thousands of African children against meningitis. Good. Between 50 and 500 children developed paralysis. South African newspapers complained, "We are guinea pigs for the drug makers." Are you sure? Because remember the footballer from Ivory Coast said that Africans are not guinea pigs, you know, and this other activist, I think in France, was saying we are not guinea pigs and we are not lab rats. But the killers that said that we should test the vaccines in Africa were also saying that we have done it before, so it sounds like we have been guinea pigs. We are guinea pigs for the drug makers, says the South African newspaper. Nelson Mandela's former senior economist, Professor Patrick Bond, described Gates' philanthropic practices as ruthless and immoral. In 2010, Gates committed $10 billion to the World Health Organization. That's our next set of killers there, brother. Who is right? They had a movie named The Who. Horror movie, The Who. You know The Who, man? The Who. I don't know, a horror movie. You got a horror movie or a scary movie. But anyway. 10 billion to the Who, to the World Health Organization, promising to reduce population in part through new vaccines. So you mean to say that the World Health Organization is in on this as well? You sure? The World Health Organization flies the United Nations flag. You sure? Wow. Hey, Bobo, we got to really check that UN flag that we're flying in, man. I don't really know if, man, I mean, you see, this is what I'm talking about, man sleeping. Man sleeping. You can't gonna tell me Emmanuel rise no UN flag, bros. That done gone. I mean, I gone, brother. You can't change Emmanuel word. I'm not trying to change Emmanuel word. The same Emmanuel said that we go drop the UN flag, the United Nations flag. That's what Emmanuel said. We gonna drop the United Nations flag and rise the black United Nation flag. And the interesting thing about that flag is that it done there already. So we waiting on to drop the the United Nations flag. For me alone, it would have done kiss the dust long time. But true, it is not my thing, you know. For me alone, it would have done touch the ground. You see certain secrets I don't want to give out right now. But for me alone, you rising 7 banners, that flag ain't there. Put up the black United Nations. Them people here are murderers. Even though the flag represents our international fundamental human rights. I understand. I fully understand. But the time is going to come, and the Father don't show us these things. If it's not done through the right passage, through the right channel, well, it's all right. It will happen. Redemption and repatriation must happen, whether it's through a plague, whether it's through thunderstorm, whether it's through earthquake, or whether it's through man's hand, it will happen. Nobody can stop that. You better believe it. So the time will come when we have to roach out this United Nations. We can't be ever carrying their banner. People will shoot you down. Them people are killers. So I'm willing to take counsel on that one. But what I know, he got